Hello, good afternoon, my dear students. Welcome to one more amazing session from Infinity Land. This is Suresh, Faculty of Chemistry. How are you? Altamash, how are you? Good afternoon. Welcome to NEET 1000 Most Expected Question Series. In this 45 days series, we completed atomic structure, classification of elements, periodic table, and chemical bonding. Equilibrium, in that chemical equilibrium, ionic equilibrium, and thermodynamics we completed. And general organic chemistry, from the organic chemistry is completed. Again we switched into the physical chemistry of the grade 12, that is in electrochemistry. So electrochemistry is taken 3 parts and 2 parts is completed so far, and today we are going to discuss about the third part and get ready for the next week. Again we step into the organic chemistry. So in today's class we will be discussing about electrochemistry, NEET most expected questions, 3 parts. In that we already completed galvanic cells and Faraday's laws of electrolysis and electrolysis products, and today we are going to give more emphasis on conductance and corrosion and batteries. So get ready. Altamash, how are you? So yesterday you are not there in the class? Well, okay. So oath of the day, you are all preparing for NEET examination. So oath of the day is nothing but simply क्रैक नीट एग्जामिनेशन. सो इसके लिए हम क्या करना है? सो फिलहाल पढ़ाई हो चुका. इन द नीट एनसीईआरटी एक्सपेक्ट्स एवरी लाइन फ्रॉम द एनसीईआरटी हैज बीन एक्सप्लेन्ड and the concept is okay, and the students are still facing some issues like attending the questions. So we are in multiple choice questions, most expected multiple choice questions. In that every day 30, 35, 40 questions are being discussed. So in the race of 45 days we are going to discuss about not only 1000, more than 1500 questions. So definitely I strongly suggest you attend these classes on a regular basis and do this. And out of 1500 questions that we are discussing, at least 45 questions and the same model will be definitely can be present in the NEET examination. So Manha, this is a NEET examination chemistry class. Altamash, hi. Rushan Kumar, hello. And for oath of the day, everybody attend the class and please like the session and share with your friends and subscribe to Infinity Learn NEET YouTube channel. So everybody just see on the Google Play Store, you are going to have Infinity Learn app. In that Infinity Learn app you are going to see live classes, mock test, create your own test, and 24/7 doubt resolution sessions. So why let everybody just follow this, and it is an awesome experience everybody. Muhammad Rushil, and 17 years question paper liya hoka kar lo. Definitely any question from any PYQ you can ask. Most of the questions that we are going to discuss from the concept as well as a PYQ, right? This Manha, this is a NEET examination preparation chemistry class. Today's topic of interest is going to be electrochemistry third part, and so this is an opportunity. So NEET 2025 All India Test Series pack, and whenever you are preparing for any examination, at least you need to know where exactly you stand, where you lack, and how you are doing. For that a proper assessment is required. So assessment ke liye NEET 2025 All India Test Series pack is scientifically designed by Infinity Learn, which include 27 AITS examination. उसमें आपको मिलेगा 13 unit test, 4 part test and 10 grand test based on NEET pattern, and 20 online NEET full syllabus mock test and 25 NEET topic wise previous year questions, and also 3 physics chemistry books along with video solutions on the app will be provided to you, my dear students, and detailed solutions and performance reports will be given for every test, and your performance is going to be benchmarked with Sri Chaitanya students, so that you will be having a prediction in your score, and rank prediction also you can do it. So why late? You can in the description box the link is available and you can click it and you can enjoy this. And this cost was 5,999. when you apply YouTube 50 आपका मिलेगा 50% डिस्काउंट 2,999. इतना सस्ता इंडियन ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म में कौन देगा? सिर्फ इन्फिनिटी लेन बच्चों के लिए कुछ भला करने के दे रहे हो. सो एंड फायदा उठाने का कोशिश करो. प्लीज click, that link is available in the chat box and the pinned messages, right? मल्टीपल कोचिंग से टेस्ट सीरियसली मॉड्यूल भी है सर, वेरी गुड। एंड ये मॉड्यूल बिल्कुल अलग है, आपको फर्क देखना चाहता हूँ एक बार, ये पैकेज भी एक बार देखना। ओके, एनीवेज लेट अस स्टार्ट टुडेस क्लास ऑफ इंटरेस्ट विदाउट एनी डिले। रिशिल, मनहा, Altamash, very good. Who are there in the class? Please give me thumbs up and fire emoji. Maunika is there in the class. So without delay, we are going to discuss about today's class of interest is going to be like we completed galvanic cell, we completed electrolysis, and we completed electrolytic conductance. We will be discussing in today's class. Okay, and corrosion and batteries. These are the 4 areas you are going to get a questions. Okay, so from this electrochemistry you are going to get 2 questions. One is pakka, another question is going to be connected to another ancillary chapters, maybe it is related to redox reactions or any other concepts, and you will be having 2 questions directly, 1 and indirectly too. So 8 marks will be in your pocket, I can guarantee you for this session, right? So let's talk about electrolytic conductance. So let's talk about the resistance. Resistance is of metallic conductors and electrolytic conductors. Metallic conductors are conductors due to the migration of the electrons, whereas electrolytic conductors are the conductors due to the migration of the ions. So there is no chemical change in the metallic conductors, ये physics का बाकी है, and electrolytic conductors is about all chemical changes. Okay, so metallic and electrolytic conductors obey Ohm's law, according to which resistance of a conductor is the ratio of the applied voltage and current flowing it. So R is equal to V by I. So if you want to talk about conductance, resistance का inverse होगा. Conductance, the conductance is the reciprocal of the resistance. C is equal to 1 by R. So every point line by line I just want to go through it. Okay, so everybody follow before solving a question. Yes, today's class of interest is going to be multiple choice question undoubtedly. So before solving it, I want to give the concept in my own style, so that particular concept is going to be used for solving multiple choice questions. So C is expressed in the reciprocal, it is ohms. Okay, ohm is inverted to give mho or Siemens or ohm inverse. Okay, and let's talk about the specific resistance. So if you quantify the resistance, that is called specific resistance. So the resistance of a conductor of a uniform cross section, so cross section 1 cm cube, okay, of the length of L and inversely proportional to the area of cross section A. So resistance L by A, so is going to be R is going to rho L by A. So rho is called as a specific resistance. Okay, and ohm centimeter is the unit for this. Muhammad, Altamash, and you can say specific conductance. So specific resistance का reciprocal होता है आपका specific conductance, K is equal to 1 by rho. So rho का जो formula है ना, that is inverted from there. Okay, so from there, in case of the solution of electrolytes, the resistance offered by the solution for flow of current is directly proportional to the distance between the electrodes. I mean to say 2 electrodes are separated by 1 centimeter apart, and it is having 1 centimeter and 1 centimeter. So it is going to be 1 centimeter square, and you are going to see this volume is going to be 1 centimeter cube, right? So that is what is called. So you can say K is equal to C. So when it is going to be 1 centimeter cube, that is going to be specific conductance. Altamash, and K is equal to C L by A. L by A is always constant as far as the cell is concerned. L is the length, A is the area of cross section, and cell by A can be calculated as K by C, or K R is specific conductance, and its unit is going to be ohm inverse centimeter inverse. and that unit is very important. Dimensions are very important. Altamash, Manhad, Rushan Kumar, any doubts in this class, please let us know. Make it fast. So let's talk about the molar conductance. So it is said to be like this. So it is it is defined as the product of specific conductance and the volume in milliliter in which contains 1 mole of the electrolyte. So the conductance offered by all the ions present in 1 mole per liter solution is called as a molar conductance. You can say it is a molar conductance, specific conductance into 1000 by molarity. So its unit is going to be ohm inverse centimeter square per mole. And talking about the equivalent conductance, if you take the molarity, it is a molar conductance. If you take the normality, it is taken as equivalent conductance. The conductivity offered by 1 gram equivalent of an electrolyte in a liter of a solution. So that is given as equivalent conductance is equal to K into 1000 by normality. N stands here normality. And my dear students, normality is equal to molarity into N factor. Okay? So N factor is the valency factor. And factors influence the conductance of an electrolyte. Altamash, it's very important. These points I am going to provide here is going to be options in the multiple choice questions. You can answer a question which of the following is true, which of the following is not true, assertion, reasoning kind of things. Okay, interionic interactions. So if the ionic attraction between the solute is more, then the conductivity will be less. So conductivity is going to be inversely proportional to intermolecular force, IMF. And also you can say polarity of the solvent. If the solvent is greater polarized, then the ionization conductivity will be more. If more polar is the solvent, more ionization takes place, more ions will be produced and it is going to be more conducting. Fine, lot more conducting. Another one is viscosity. If the viscosity is more, so thickness of the liquid will be more, so that the migration of ion is going to be hindered by friction. It experiences more friction. So more is the viscous, less is the conductivity. Muhammad Altamash, fine. And also temperature, of course, as the temperature increases, degree of ionization increases, and temperature is directly proportional, kinetic energy is directly proportional to the temperature, so that as temperature increases, kinetic energy increases, so that conductivity increases. See how sensible the points are being provided to you, right? Clear? Any doubt, my dear students? Please use the chat box for kind of interaction. So if you have any type of doubts as far as the subject part is concerned, you just present it so that that doubt is going to be honored. It is a live interactive session where you can ask a doubt and you are going to have a discussion about that particular point. Agree? Everybody? So kept quiet. Maunika is there? Fine. Manha, are you there in the class? And Altamash, whenever question comes now, you are going to fire like anything. I know about you. And talking about dilution, very important. So what about dilution? So when the dilution happens, it's very sensitive points. The degree of ionization increases with increase in the dilution of the solution, and the conductivity increases due to increase in number of ions. That is a generous point. Okay, that is about the molar conductivity. And effect of dilution on specific conductance. Specific conductance is the conductivity offered by the electrolyte present in 1 centimeter cube. If you add water in that, the solution is getting diluted, volume is doubled up. So a specific volume, the number of ions number is decreased. so that as dilution increases, specific conductance decreases. That's very, very important. Even this point is emphasized in the NCERT textbook. And this is a specific conductance. This is a specific conductance, my dear children. And specific conductance decreases with increase in dilution. That's very important. Whereas a molar conductance is reverse. Effect of dilution on equivalent conductance and molar conductivity. See, this point is different from this point. The equivalent or molar conductivity increases with dilution. Here decreases with dilution. This is due to the fact that degree of ionization. Based on these 2 points, you are going to get assertion and reasoning type questions. You are going to have an assertion reasoning type question. So there are 2 points, right? Very good. Next, so if you talk about the molar conductance and the root concentration, and this is about the molar conductance or equivalent conductance. So as dilution increases, so what happens according to Debye-Hückel-Onsager rule, the strong electrolyte, it is going to be linear relation, and it will have a straight line like this, and this intercept point is called as limiting molar conductance. This is what is called limiting molar conductance. And as dilution increases for strong electrolyte, as dilution increases, conductivity gradually increases. Conductivity gradually increases. Gradually increases. Yes, and you observe this graph for a weak electrolyte. Let's say this is a CH3, COOH is a weak electrolyte. For weak electrolyte, as dilution increases, molar conductivity rapidly increased. You can say rapidly increased, suddenly increased. That is a catch point over here, gradually and suddenly. Got it? Gradually and suddenly. That is the important point to you have to notate as far as the graph is concerned, and this graph is given in the NCERT. So based on this NCERT graph, it is true and it is gradually increased. You have to look this graph in this way. You have to look this graph in this way. You have to look this graph in this way. Okay, that's very important. That's very important. ये graph देखना का कैसे है? In this way and in this way. Got it? My dear students, please be attentive. Any doubts are there, you please let me know. Please let me know how to read this graph. Okay, moving ahead. When whole of the electrolyte is ionized, further addition of the water bring a small change in the valence of equivalent and molar conductance. This is called infinite dilution. I mean to say root C tends to 0. Concentration कम से कम 0 तक हो, tends to 0. And the ratio of the equivalent conductance, any dilution at equivalent conductance, infinite dilution, is called conductivity ratio of degree of dissociation. I mean to say degree of dissociation is equal to molar conductance at a given concentration and molar conductance at infinite dilution. This is very, very important. So this is also, you can say, molar conductance at given concentration and this is what you say, or otherwise it is also mentioned like this is molar conductance at infinite dilution and infinite dilution. This is technically also called as limiting molar conductance. The term is very important. Limiting molar conductance. Limiting molar conductance. The ratio of the molar conductance at a given concentration to the limiting molar conductance is given rise to degree of ionization. Okay, when C tends to 0, alpha is nearly equal to 1. So that is given as the Kohlrausch law of independent ionic migration. Okay, let's talk about Kohlrausch law. So this law states that equivalent conductivity or molar conductivity of any electrolyte at infinite dilution is the sum of conductances of the cation and anion given by the electrolyte at infinite dilution. So I mean to say, when the concentration is nearly 0 at infinite dilution, when the ionization is complete, so each ion migrates independently and contributes to the total molar conductance. This is what is called as Kohlrausch law of independent ionic migration. Let's say here A, B is going to give rise A plus and B minus. So at infinite dilution, so molar conductance of AB is equal to ionic mobility of A plus and ionic mobility of B minus. Okay, this is what is called. Say an example, I want to take sodium chloride, gives rise sodium plus and Cl minus. So this is going to be sodium chloride ka molar conductance is equal to sodium plus and Cl minus का. अगर आप CaCl2 मानना चाहता हूं, yes, it is going to be CaCl2 gives rise Ca2 plus and 2Cl minus. Okay, it is going to be molar conductance at infinite dilution. CaCl2 is going to be ionic mobility of Ca2 plus and ionic mobility of Cl minus. Okay, but it has to be multiplied with 2 because 2 chloride ions are there. Are you getting or not? Are you getting or not? Clear? Manha, Muhammad Rishil, Rushan and Altamash, get ready to solve the questions. Get ready to solve the questions. Yeah, NEET 2025 All India Test Series Pack और एक बार आए ये promotional slide. This is not a promotional slide actually. This is a suggestion slide you can take. And this NEET 2025 All India Test Series Pack, this cost is just around 2,999. इतना सस्ता में कुछ नहीं आता है. MN and will be Suresh Nimbalkar. Hi Suresh, मेरा नाम लग गया. Okay. Anyways, use YouTube 50 ऑफ कूपन कोड, तभी आपको मिलेगा ये सस्ता प्राइस में 50% ऑफ. So everybody, in the chat box it is a link is available, click it, and the description box it is there, and you can just see how this test series pack is helping you. Okay, and you can do your preparation with a seamless preparation for your NEET examination, my dear students. Okay, right. So the specific conductance of 0.01 molar concentration is 1.061 into 10 rise minus 4, and you are asked to calculate the molar conductance of the same solution at the same temperature will be. So started your multiple choice questions. You can solve it. You want me to solve? Suresh, Manha and Altamash. So, molar conductance can be calculated by using specific conductance into 1000 by molarity. You can use this formula and you can get it. Make it fast. Answer? Take a minute and solve it. For especially for NEET examination preparing students, you are studying more about the biology and you never claim that the question is based on mathematics and numericals. As I'm a biology student, not good at mathematics and all. No, the questions will be given in such a way that a schoolboy can solve it. So that is the standard of the NEET paper. Okay, so NEET paper has an intention to explore the understanding level from your mindset, right? Okay, so I'm expecting you on what is the answer for this question. Expecting. Kushal, you want to say B? Okay. So let's see how you will give the answer, right? And it is going to be C. अरे छोटा सा calculation error लग गया. You can see specific conductance into 1000 by concentration, specific conductance into 1000 by concentration, specific conductance it is given 1.061 into 10 power minus 4 and 1000 by, you can see the molarity 0.01. So here you got wrong. Okay, it is going to be 10.61. Kushal, small error in the calculation. You did it well, but so there is a decimal variation came into your answer. So will you correct in the next question? Next question is ready for you. Altamash. Okay, next question. Which of the following solution of NaCl will have the highest specific conductance? Kushal, answer. I am going to applaud if you give the correct answer. If you give the wrong answer, I am going to correct you. Applause or correction, both you are privileged. So I just want to say here, specific conductance as dilution increases, specific conductance decreases. So highest means concentration should be highest. Concentration should be highest. So you see the highest concentration इसका किसका होगा? कुशाल, किसका ज़्यादा होगा? If it is for molar conductance, answer उल्टा होता है. See the logic, how the question has been given. Yeah, it is good. Array 1.0 is bigger na? Kushal, 1.0 is bigger. See, your eyes, the answers are going to give, we are deceived by our own self, right? So answer is going to be D. Answer is going to be D. Hai ki na? So my answer is going to be D. Correct it? Correct it. Next, the molar conductivity of AgNO3, NaCN, NaNO3 at infinite dilation are given this much, 116.5, 110.3 and 105.2 mole centimeter square mole inverse respectively. In the same unit, the molar conductivity of AgCN. So this is an application of the Kohlrausch law of independent ionic migration. आप कर सकते हैं, मैं करूँ क्या? Choice is yours. All the students who are online, please interact with me so that we can have a discussion about how a question. Okay, Kushal, come on. One 121.6, 105.2, 130.6, 150.2. So this मान लो ये practice session जैसे. So this is a YouTube platform. We are discussing a question and I am giving some time to solve the question from the student side, so that student को खुद पता चलेगा आप कितना तक कर सकते हैं, कैसे कर रहे हैं आपका. हाँ, you want to say yeah, and this is a golden opportunity. So the students, you want to have this kind of practice type of sessions, no? Why these sessions has been taken into the consideration here? The generous problem for the entire student community is like you study well, you know everything and you are very good at concept, but when you attempt the question in the examination, you will be having kind of ambiguity. So to avoid that ambiguity, to remove that ambiguity, this practice session has been planned on the YouTube platform, है ना? So what I say, use this facility. So you want to do this same with your senior faculty, you need to pay a huge amount of money to join in the coaching institute, but here we are giving on a YouTube platform for the free of cost. So what I do, these questions you solve it, and ये फैसिलिटी हम दे रहे हूँ बच्चे के लिए, कुछ भला करने के लिए, फ़ायदा उठाने की कोशिश करो. एंड कुशाल इज डूइंग इट इज़ 121.6, इट्स परफेक्ट एंड माय आंसर इज गोइंग टू बी ये, इट इज़ 121.6, इट इज़ करेक्ट. हाउ, ये निकालने के लिए ये इस्तेमाल करो. कैसे? यू कैन से ए जी NO3 का दिया, NaCN का दिया, Na NO3 का दिया. सो व्हाट हैपेंस व्हेन AgCN want to say NO3 and NO3 you have to strike it, and Na and Na you have to strike it. आपको क्या बचेगा? आपका बचेगा Ag बचेगा and Cn बचेगा. So AgCN होगा. That is the logic. So for this 116.5 plus 110.3 minus 105.2, simple algebraic expression, it is 121.6 is the correct answer for this question. So Kushal has done well, and one more question, get ready. At infinite dilution, the equivalent conductance of CH3COONe and HCl and CH3COOH are given like this, and the equivalent conductance of NaCl at infinite dilution will be. It is actually given in the NCERT in the different format. Solve it. Just I want to leave the screen for you. So any doubt, Kushal, Altamash, Manaha, please let me know how you are doing. I want to know. Suresh Nimbalkar, Monica, Kushal, Altamash, what is your answer here? Here I would say the answer is going to be C391. Same thing is given in the NCERT, and you can see here CH3COOH is going to be, okay, CH3COO plus Na plus H plus Cl minus Na plus and Cl minus. So by substituting everything, you are going to get 390.7, right? Yeah, it is not 126 here. No, some algebraic calculation you are missing. Next, the equivalent conductivity of 0.1 normal acetic acid at 25 degree centigrade is 80. At infinite dilution, is 400. Two values are given. And a degree of dissociation of CH3COO, degree of dissociation, mean to say it is asked. So how do you say alpha? Alpha is equal to molar conductance at given concentration, molar conductance at 0 concentration diya. Okay? Tell me the answer. Tell me the answer. It is given in the decimals 1.2, 0.1 and 0.5. It is going to be given concentration, you want to say 0.2. So, your answer matches with my answer, that is perfect. It is going to be equivalent conductivity of this is given 80 ohm inverse, infinite dilution, it is given as 400. So, alpha is going to be divided 80 divided by 400 is going to be 0.2. Any doubt? Any doubt, bachcho? Now moving ahead, so conductivity concept is over. Let's talk about the batteries and the primary batteries and secondary batteries and the corrosion. Every concept will be discussed, and based on that questions also will be discussed, right? And the batteries, when the galvanic cell is connected in a series to obtain higher voltage, the arrangement is called battery. So battery is a type of a galvanic cell. Practically two types of batteries are there. Battery is supposed to be portable, and battery should supposed to give a consistent voltage, and battery should be portable and should not cause any damage to the environment. Okay, so we have two types of batteries or cells, we can say primary batteries and secondary batteries, and this concept you can use it for CBS examination as well. Okay, primary battery is the battery which uses, and it's a electrochemical reactions will be done and generate EMF. Once the reaction is completed, reaction cannot be reversed. Okay, so once use and throw it. Jai Savarya. And you please don't spam in the chat box, please. Please don't spam in the chat box. Okay, the other kind of batteries are going to be, once the reactions is completed, battery is completely exhausted and you can recharge it, and the cell reactions in the primary battery are irreversible, and secondary battery the reactions can be reversible. So मोबाइल बैटरी, मोबाइल फोन्स में बैटरी इस्तेमाल करते हैं ना, ये रिचार्ज कर सकते हैं. Rechargeable batteries are secondary batteries, okay, and non-rechargeable batteries are going to be primary batteries. So the battery we use in the remote controls are going to be non-rechargeable batteries. Hey, na? Yes, that's good. And let's talk about the dry cell. This is also called as the Leclanché cell. In that dry cell, it consists of a zinc container that acts as an anode. Zinc is an anode, mind it. The questions will be asked based on that, okay. And I mentioned in the chart box should be used, chart decorum you have to maintain, okay. So please don't spam in the class, because the students are attending the class and doing the best for their betterment. Here we are using this for the spamming, don't use it, okay. And a graphite rod is surrounded by powder by manganese dioxide and a carbon. The space between the electrodes will be a moist space of ammonium chloride and zinc chloride. This is the arrangement. MnO2 plus carbon paste is used, and ammonium chloride and zinc chloride is used, and it is the construction of a dry cell. This is also called as the Leclanché cell. And the reactions that are taking place at anode and the cathode is given like this. So at anode, zinc oxidizes, it is an cathode MnO2 is reduced to give it MnOOH, so that ammonia is produced. That's the reason why sometimes batteries, I will explain you. Okay, so the batteries after usage of some time it is going to swell because of this ammonia. Okay, so one more important thing, ये साथ में रहते हैं ना, so that they are going to react there itself. So अगर आप इस्तेमाल करो नहीं करो, the battery is going to be exhausted after some time. So the battery used in the wall clock or battery used in the remote control comes under this category. Okay, this is very important, and based on this NEET examination you are going to have a simple statement based questions. Okay, and NHE produced forms a complex with zinc 2 plus to gives rise this. That is the role of zinc chloride, the role of zinc chloride, assertion and reasoning. Assertion and reasoning. Okay, and its IUPAC name is connected to complex compounds, and its oxidation state of zinc. Okay, diamine zinc 2 cation. Okay, anyways, this potential falls as the cell gets discharged continuously, and once you use it cannot be recharged, and it is going to give you EMF is equal to 1.5 volts. Mind it, 1.5 volts. This is called dry cell, or otherwise it is also called as a Lickel-Lange cell, dry cell or Lickel-Lange cell. And talking about mercury cell, the battery we use in the wristwatches and hearing aids, not Bluetooth hearing aids. Okay, and these are, got it, very good, that's nice follow through. And the battery used in the wristwatches, and it is all about this mercury cell, and car remote controls mercury cell, and in that you have anode zinc gives rise zinc oxide plus water and electron. So zinc amalgam and zinc oxide formed in the solid state, and the cathode mercuric oxide hydrolyzes to gives us mercury liquid. There is no aqueous phase kuch nahi hoga. That's very important. Mercury cell is also called as a button cell, and as there is no aqueous solutions, conductivity का कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. That's the reason why the overall reaction you take, zinc amalgam, mercury with zinc is called zinc amalgam with mercuric oxide gives rise zinc oxide but mercury. So the cell potential approximately 1.35 and remains constant. That is very important. It provides the constant voltage during its function. Constant voltage. That's the reason why the watch always works properly, and once the battery is exhausted, watch don't work. That's it. Okay, and you can't recharge it. And the secondary battery, the battery once you use it, it is exhausted, you can't use it further. That is called a primary cell. Once it is used, you can recharge it, because the reactions are going to be reversible. Such type of reactions cells are called secondary batteries. In that, lead storage battery is one of the most, this is also called as lead accumulator. So a काफी important है. I am going to show you this lead accumulator. You have lead plates and lead oxide, spongy lead, and it is used alternatively to make an electrodes, and in put in this 38% concentrated H2SO4, and it has a super efficiency. car battery में ये lead accumulator है. Okay बेटा, fine. Now in this 38% by mass of this H2SO4 is used. Hi Monica, good afternoon. Sorry, my recharge plan completed, that's why I am not able to attend the class. Now only I recharge. Arey beti, I was calling you maybe 4, 5, 6 times during this session. Okay, so today Monica role is taken by Koshal. Okay, now Koshal and Monica, you are really attending the classes. Okay, so you please watch the recordings once you miss the classes. Okay, now Actually what is happened, lead plate and lead oxide plates, and it is 38% H2SO4. This is what is the structure of the lead acid battery. This is the battery used in the car, scooter, inverter, UPS, everything. Okay, and the reactions that are taking place during discharge, you see, anode lead is oxidized and cathode lead oxide is reduced. So what happens? So the overall reaction is going to be Pb plus PbO2 plus H2SO4 gives rise PbSO4 plus H2O. So what is the understanding over here? During discharge of this, concentration of the density of H2SO4 decreases, mind it, concentration decreases, and during recharge, I want to show you the reaction is going to be reversed, and it is going to be anode become a cathode, cathode become an anode. So the recharging cathode PbSO4 become Pb, and anode PbSO4 gives us PbO2 H2SO4 plus H2SO4 is going to be. So the net reaction is going to be H2SO4 is going to be regenerated. Okay, so recharge में क्या हो रहा है, H2SO4 का concentration बढ़ रहा है, and discharge में क्या हो रहा है, H2SO4 का concentration कम आ रहा है. Are you getting or not, Monica? That is the logic we can say. Density of this H2SO4 is decreased during discharge. Density of this H2SO4 is increased due to recharge. Always when the car or scooter, whatever, it is having some problem in starting, so the mechanic check the battery status simply by checking the density of the H2SO4, ताकि इसको पता चलेगा बैटरी का कंडीशन कैसा है. ठीक है बेटा, that's worth, it's learning what these reactions are important. And in the NEET examination, which of the reactions taking place at cathode during discharge, at cathode during a recharge. So directly you will be getting a question based on this. Students has to follow this. And talking about nickel recharging battery and discharging battery, the overall picture about this, everybody take a snapshot of this. 3, 2, 1. Now moving ahead, nickel cadmium battery. Have you ever seen nickel cadmium battery? My dear students, the batteries what we use, mobile batteries, these are lithium ion battery, because lithium is the lightest metal, we use it so that this battery is sleek and slim. While you go a decade ago, the mobile phones are going to be this much size because उसमें lithium nickel cadmium battery इस्तेमाल करने में. So you just see the policeman on the traffic areas, they use a walkie-talkie. So the walkie-talkie batteries used with the policeman uses the nickel cadmium battery. Okay, so the function is going to be cadmium at anode oxidizes, and at cathode nickel oxide is going to be reduced. It is very important. The overall reaction is going to be this one. CD plus nickel dioxide is hydrolyzed to give rise CD hydroxide, nickel hydroxide. Monica, fine? That's very good. So टेस्ट सीरीज का लिंक है चार्ट बॉक्स में दिया गया, एक बार क्लिक करके आप देखना पड़ता. एंड फ्यूल सेल्स and a fuel cell differs from an ordinary battery in sense of the cell reactions. In the fuel cells, overall combustion reactions are taken. So in most of the cases, fuel cells में fuel इस्तेमाल करना, some we use hydrogen, some use methane, some hydrocarbon, whatever it may be. So this is the picture about the hydrogen fuel cell, where the hydrogen gas is here and oxygen gas is here. They undergo electrochemical reaction, and thermodynamically it is a combustion reaction. Electrochemical reaction, thermodynamically is combustion reaction. You can see at cathode, oxygen gives rise to OH minus, and anode hydrogen gives rise to water. Overall reaction is going to be H2 plus O2 gives rise to H2O. The electrolyte is going to be potassium hydroxide is used. Okay, this has a super efficient 70% efficiency हैगा. Okay, but the problem is hydrogen gas का इस्तेमाल carry करना कैसा है, that is the major issue for this cell, and people are working on it. And talking about corrosion, weathering of a metal by atmospheric gases is called a corrosion. If it is for the iron, it is called as rusting. It is an electrochemical process. In this anode, iron is converted into iron 2 plus with the loss of electron, and the cathode oxygen plus H plus gives rise to water. So overall reaction is going to give rise to Fe2O3.XH2O. When you see the cathodic value and anodic value, cathode minus anode E cell is going to be positive, and this reaction is a spontaneous process. Delta G is going to be negative. So you have to look at this corrosion in terms of thermodynamics, it's helpful to you. And this is the mechanism of this corrosion. Okay, so corrosion is promoted by acidic media and retarded by basic media. Of course, any acidic media, basic media, aqueous media, moisture is going to be forwarded only. And talking about again NEET 2025 All India Test Series, और कुछ questions बाकी हम कर देंगे. And you all just see the pinned messages, message is there, you click it and just apply YouTube 50 coupon code, and this you are going to get it for 2,999, so that it helps a lot for the students. That's the reason why बार बार ये slide आते जाते हैं. So operator में रखा हुआ, so this is for good, everybody get use of this. And a question, and gives energy for the decomposition of Al2O3 at 500 degrees centigrade is follows, and this is given as 2 by 3 Al2O3 gives rise 4 by 3 Al plus O2. Delta G is given. Now I am asking you to the potential difference needed for the electrolytic reduction of Al2O3 at 500 degrees centigrade is at least कितना voltage इस्तेमाल करना. You have to use, my dear students, delta G is equal to minus NF E naught cell, है ना. So you have to calculate E naught cell, है ना, and इसका N value कैसे निकालना, that is important. Everybody solve it once. Everybody solve it. Monica, Kushal, कौन कर रहे हैं? So the answer for this question is going to be yes. Answer is D. कैसे? पहले आपका n value 2 by 3 Al 3 plus into 2, so 4 by 3, 4 electron gives us 4 by 3 aluminum, so that it is going to have n is equal to 4, right? That's very important. And use that n, put it in the formula, you are going to get delta G is equal to minus n of E naught cell. So delta G is given kilojoules, convert into joules. Sensibly how to do for the NEET examination this calculations. So 966 okay into 1000 is equal to minus 496,500, and the difference is going to be 2.5 electron volt. Answer is going to be D. Got it? Any doubt? Okay, और एक क्वेश्चन करना, resistance of 0.2 molar solution of an electrolyte is 50 ohm. The specific conductance of solution is 1.3 Siemens meter inverse. You see the unit meter inverse में दिया. And if the resistance of 0.4 molar solution of the same electrolyte is 260 ohm inverse, you are asked to calculate molar conductance. So my idea to calculate this question is, First you calculate the specific conductance, then into the molar conductance, right? Do it. Make it fast. Monica and Kushal expecting the answer. Savaria, Altamash कहाँ गया बीच में? Okay, Monica expecting an answer. Make it fast. So first we have to calculate the specific conductance based on the given data, and you can calculate the molar conductance. Molar conductance is equal to specific conductance into 1000 by molarity, right? So let's solve it here. Answer is going to be 6.25 into 10 to the power of 4. Yeah. So for this, you want to say Monica B? Yes, it is B. So let's see here. First of all, specific conductance is calculated by using K 1 by R into L by A. On doing so, R is equal to rho into L by A. So this is L, okay, and K is going to be taken as 1 by 260 into 1.3 into 50 into 10 power minus 2. I got the answer. Very good. And put this same K value into the molar conductance, and molar conductance is equal to specific conductance into 1000 by molarity. Put the value, and it is going to the molarity 0.4. Directly taken 0.4 over here, and this 0.4 make into 2, so 4 by manipulating this point over there. So 6.25 into 10 power minus 4, you got the answer. Very good. Next, one more question. The limiting molar conductance of NaCl, KBr, KCl are given here 126, 156, 150. And you are asked to calculate NaBr का कितना होगा. So expecting. Will you give answer? You want me to give, Monica? Great. Monica got the answer. Finally, you got it. C 128 Siemens centimeter inverse mole inverse. Let me check how this can be answered here. NaCl का दिया, KBr का दिया, KCl का दिया. When you talk about NaBr, you are going to cancel 1 plus 2 minus 3. So that you are going to cancel K plus and Cl minus. So that NaBr mila. NaBr ka it is going to be 1 plus 2 minus 3. 126 plus 152 minus 150 is going to be 128 is the answer for this question. Okay. And one more question ready for that. Yes, it is. For a fuel cell, so there are some numericals based on the fuel cell also for the NEET numerical based. You can say fuel cell delta H is given minus 285, and what is the entropy? Enthalpy is given. You are asked to calculate entropy, beta, and cell constant is also given. And given data delta G you can calculate. From their entropy you can calculate. I will tell you, I will solve it for you. No worries, you do not have to worry. Answer is going to be minus 0.322 will come. Now let us say H2 plus O2 gives us H2O, delta X is equal to minus 2x, minus 285.5. So because this value, okay, and it is going to be O2 plus 4H2 plus 4 electrons, it is going to be 1.23 it is given, okay. And H2 plus gives us H plus and 4 electron. So, iska value kya hoga? That is your question. For this question, for the reaction O2 plus H2 gives us 2H2O, E value is 1.23, it is given. Na? Use that value, delta G is equal to minus N of E. So that minus n is equal to 4, because 4 electrons are lost and 4 electrons are gained. On solving, you are going to get delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. So delta H calculate kiya, and from that delta S is going to be minus 322, and it is having a little bit of calculation part. You don't have to worry about this. So like this, you will be having so many questions in future classes. Also will come across with some time with some more model of most expected questions further. Okay, and thank you very much. We had a very good session in today's class, and in this week we discussed about electrochemistry part 1, part 2 and part 3, and in the Monday session I think it is going to be again with organic chemistry. We will start with hydrocarbons. Ready for that, and hope you like this session, and Monica and Kushal. So please like the session, share with your friends and subscribe to Infinity Line YouTube channel. Thank you. Signing off, Suresh, Faculty of Chemistry. Bye bye.